For Now Showing, I'm Jim Ribble.
The Grasslands Conservation Council of British Columbia has a unique raffle coming up, and we're going to find out all about it right now as Andrew Dalglish joins us. He is a summer student with the Grasslands Conservation Council, and he is joined by the artist whose work is the grand prize. His name is Wayne Broomfield. And guys, thanks for being here. Andrew, tell us a little bit about what's taking place. What's the raffle for, and how's it going thus far?
Well, right now we're working on this raffle to raise funds for our organization, and so far we've just been doing what we can with the tickets, and we have until September 3rd to sell all these. So we're just doing what we can with this and getting to what events we can find.
Do you mind if I backtrack a bit? Can you tell me about the Grasslands Conservation Council? What are you guys all about?
Well, what we're all about is working together with various environmental organizations in order to promote awareness of the grasslands as well as stewardships, and we're associated with ranchers. We'd like to promote responsible ranching practices.
And I guess in the interior that's foremost, because obviously ranching is a big thing, and we have a great wildlife as well here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. So tell us a little bit about the draw. Wayne's picture is the grand prize draw. Is that right?
Yes, that is.
Right. So Wayne, tell us a little bit about before we talk about the picture itself. Tell me a little bit about your history as an artist. How long have you been an artist?
Started when I was 8 years old. Grew up in Quebec and painted in the Laurentians most of my life. Had an uncle that was an artist in the war, and I kind of hung over his shoulders for a while when I was about 8 or 9, and asking how you did this and how you did that, and never really give up on it. You know, I just when I finished high school, I went into graphic arts and design, and didn't like the pressure. They want to call, you know, they call you tomorrow and want something done yesterday, and I didn't like working under pressure, so my fine arts is self-taught.
Right.
I've been basically at it for a long, long time.
Nice. Yeah. Are you pastels, oils, or watercolors? What's your forte?
I've worked in watercolors, and I've worked in oils, and I've worked in acrylics. Now, when I'm doing in the studio, I do a lot of work with oils, but when I'm doing plein air painting outdoors, I work with acrylics. I used to do it in oils when I was out doing plein air. When I had a hard time getting them out of the bush, they would all gummy, so I'd nail them to a tree and leave them there for a week or two, and then go back and pick them up and drag them home.
Wow.
Yeah, but now with acrylics, you know, they're dry right away almost. And
nice.
So I paint out summer and winter outside, yeah, which is nice.
Tell me about the picture that you have as a grand prize. There's a story behind this, is there not?
Well, there is. A friend of mine, Butch Falk, he was going up to work up there one morning and saw the 3 dead swans floating in the lake, Mirror Lake. And I spent a lot of time walking around in the grasslands. I've been, you know, over 30 years puttering around up there, and so I kind of took exception to it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful area, and Kamloops is very, very fortunate to have such an area close to the city like this, you know. So I thought, well, we'd raise some money for reward money, because there was a reward posted, and I thought I'd just spice it up a little bit. And so I was, you can't raise raffle money for rewards. I mean, they won't give you a license for it. So we decided we'd put into education. And then I contacted the Grasslands Conservation Council. They picked up the painting, and they went with it.
Nice. So, how long did it take you to do the painting? And do you have a story, a fond story of putting it all together? Because obviously it was a labor of love for you.
Well, my daughter does a lot of photography, so I used a lot of her photographs, you know, and then I did a few field sketches up there, and just used to walking around in the place. I had a lot of memories and images in my mind on it, so I used her swan photographs, which she took up there, and then I take a lot of photographs myself. So the rail fence is there; you can see it from the road. So I moved it in a little tighter into the scene and put the swans in front of it, and that's the lake where they were found in. And there was one left too in the ice. It was I don't think it made it. It was they're stupid, you know. They don't have a parent to take them out. They just die there, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's the entire family, you know, like they mate for life, and at one time there was only about 70 of them left in the world. And Ralph Edwards' story up there, he fed them up at Lonesome Lake, and we brought them back. There's about 1,700 now around here.
You've painted, obviously, since age 8, I'm going to say like hundreds of portraits and hundreds of paintings. Does this mean more to you than some of those other ones because of like the good cause and what happened?
Yeah, well, I just had a mixed emotion in this painting. You know, first of all, I really like the grasslands. I've been so many hours spent up there, and I have a kind of a soft spot always for wildlife. And then, so there was a bit of a go get 'em attitude painting it, and then yet there was a lot of respect I kept for the birds, you know, the grasslands and that. So there was a kind of a love-hate relationship doing this painting. I was ticked right off with the people who did it. And yet I wanted to express like the softness of the, you know, of the area. So I worked on it most of the winter when I off and on, you know. Probably total time on it might be, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago. I was to put like an 8-hour day on it, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, about that. Right. But I spread it out over the winter.
Andrew, where are tickets available? How much do they cost?
Well, if anyone's interested in getting a ticket, they can call the BC Grasslands at 250-374-5787. And we're going to be at Sahali Center Mall next Thursday. That's August 19th from 10 to 2 if anyone's interested in coming down.
Great. At the artist studio type there or just in the mall?
No, it'll be right in the mall right by the BC Lotto stands.
Okay. And again, the drawing is September 3rd?
Yep.
September 3rd, which is a Friday. All right, gentlemen, thank you for being here. Our thanks to Andrew Dalgleish from the Grasslands Conservation Council of BC and Wayne Broomfield of the North Thompson. And way to bring the shirt on for an extra promotion for the fall fair. We're going to learn more about that in a couple of weeks. There you go. His work is the grand prize of this draw. A beautiful picture and a great organization to be a part of. Hopefully you can buy a ticket and hopefully win it. We'll have more Midday coming up right after this.